Ms. Joan Pereira.
Mr. Speaker, sir, with longer lifespans, our employment model has to change to enable our seniors to continue working if they wish to do so. Older workers have a wealth of experience which they can tap upon to continue contributing to our economy, as well as wisdom and insight to share with younger cohorts in the workforce. Therefore, I support the proposal to increase the retirement age and re-employment age gradually from 62 to 63 years and 67 to 68 years respectively from next July to eventually reach 65 years and 70 years by 2030. This will give employers time to make the necessary adjustments and preparations. At this stage in our seniors' lives, depending on individual health conditions and personal preferences, it is very likely that most will have some changes to the scope of their work. Re-employment negotiations provide the opportunity for employers and employees to work out new arrangements, including options such as flexible and part-time work. However, for some senior workers who need the incomes, they may not have much room in re-employment negotiations. Older workers with lower education levels are particularly vulnerable to poorer workplace treatment. The fear of losing jobs keeps some in unfair arrangements or toxic work environments. Some of these problems may be localized within departments. Other issues may be prevalent or systematic within an organization or a sector. On the other hand, due to such difficult conditions, there are workers who resign before reaching their retirement age or foregoing re-employment offers. We need to find ways to protect and help them. Some examples of problematic work conditions include additional duties not within job scopes, volume of work which is difficult to complete during work hours, not providing appropriate or functioning equipment, and refusal to compensate for additional time and expenses incurred in the course of work. Workers may hesitate to seek help from the Human Resource Department or the Ministry of Manpower for fear of losing their jobs. I think it is very important for senior workers, especially those who are in lower paying jobs, to be informed of their rights and to be educated on how to assert their right to fair treatment at work. Even more importantly, they need to be assured of support from the ministry and have confidence in the enforcement of workplace protection legislation. By right, the individual HR departments should handle complaints and feedback, but they may be perceived to be pro-management. I would thus like to suggest that the ministry consider making it mandatory for companies to hold regular town hall meetings with employees to share feedback and report on follow-up measures. They must have clear protocols in place to allow whistleblowers to complain safely and provide multiple avenues for feedback. Next, I would like to comment on an amendment in the CPF Amendment Bill to simplify the process of distributing unnominated monies. I welcome more expedient payouts from the public trustee to a beneficiary representative. It may go some way to help dispel a persistent myth that unnominated monies are taken by the government. This issue had been addressed more than once in this House, and it was made clear repeatedly that the CPF board and PTO will attempt to locate and contact the next of kin so that they can claim the monies. Furthermore, there is no deadline for them to lay their claims. CPF should review its strategy to reach out to the public to address this misunderstanding. Last, I have a concern regarding the amendment to treat top-ups to members' retirement accounts or special accounts as non-refundable gifts. Presently, the monies will be returned to the givers when the recipients die, and in certain circumstances, refunds to the givers are allowed. there are some merits to the current arrangement. For example, top-ups to parents' accounts from children may not be equal, and the children who contribute may have some assurance that in the event of their parents' death, their unused top-ups would be returned to them. This will change with the amendment. Not all children are keen to have their top-ups shared among the beneficiaries of their parents' estate. Some children may be deterred from topping up their parents' accounts, and the impact may be felt more among elderly women who have less CPF savings in the first place and tend to outlive their husbands. Sir, in Mandarin. 需要收入的年长工人在重新雇用就业谈判中，可用的筹码有限。教育程度较低的年长工人，也许可能受到较差的待遇，因为怕失去工作，一些员工忍受不公平的安排或不良的工作环境。另一方面，一些年长员工不愿意继续接受困难的工作条件，选择在达到退休年龄前辞职或放弃重新雇用的机会。我们必须找到保护和帮助他们的方法。目前，公积金的填补在随着获填补的会员死亡，或在某些情况下是可以退还给赠与人的。这安排是有它的优点。比如，一般孩子给父母的填补数额是不一样的。随着法案修改，未来的填补将成为不可退还的款项。但不是所有人都愿意让他们的填补成为父母遗产，让所有受益人分享。我担心，通过这项修正，愿意填补父母公积金户口的人会减少。而年长妇女可能会更受到影响，她们一般的存款比较少，而且往往寿命更长。With this, I support both bills. Thank you.